Okay. Alright, we have Game Zone again. Pathfinder Kingmaker, first playthrough, kinda, let's go. Main story? I just keep it as that. Normal. Normal difficulty. Create new character. Human. Woman. A human woman. Gonna match the picture there. Gonna try. Well, it's more... I would say more like this. Maybe we keep it as that. Yeah, and maybe this way. Hairstyle. Well, not much to go from there. Okay. I want to play a sorcerer. Yes. Normal sorcerer. Bloodline. Elemental fire. I want to be a fucking pyromancer. Okay. Ability bar points. We pump a lot into charisma. So much I know. Charisma is important for sorcerers. Damage. And bonus spells. Yep. Okay. For the rest. Decent dexterity would be nice. As well as some points in constitution. Yeah. I think for the rest we can go with this. Our hit points. And some saving throws. For constitution, dexterity, our armor class. And basically our armor class and weapon damage with dexterity weapons. And charisma for our spells. Yeah. So we are gonna persuasion. Use magic device. I will concentrate on these two specifically. Perception or knowledge arcana. Yes. Or arcana. +4. Yes, let's do this. Let's do this for our sorcerer. Okay, what feats do we want? Let's look at this here. Text of it, hide unavailable. Actually, what are unavailables? Oh, okay, it was set to hide. Okay, okay. That way around. Elemental focus. Difficult to resist. Uh-huh. Okay. Dodge. Fortitude, improved initiative. Meta magic and power spells. Mm-hmm. Persuasive. Gilded caster. Penetration. Toughness. Rapid shot. Okay. Point blank. Pepega crab. Do you invest like penetrating or forex? No. What do you mean with invest? Precise shot. Yeah. Engage in melee without taking the... Yeah, that's important. And spell focused evocation. Because we want to do damage. Basically. With this character. Evocation. Get your ability bigger. Alright, okay. So, for spells... these are our cantrips. So, we can take... So, are these the ones we already have? Or we can take... Okay, wait. I can select a few. Oh. Let's go with... For starters, let's go with... Mage armor? And maybe magic missile? Yeah, I think that would be nice to have. Or maybe Burning Hands for an AoE. Maybe Burning Hands. We are, already have our cantrip, so we can yeah, keep something for AoE on our level 1 spells. So, do I take any of this? I don't think so. What is this? Fortitude negates. Affected spell resist. Standard action. Days for 1 minute. Mm-hmm. Okay. 1d3. 1d3 as well. Mm-hmm. Okay. Something. What we're gonna do?
You should have run. Follow if you dare. A mere flesh wound.
May I see your entrails, please?
I do not find this to be useful. We cannot be defeated.
Let us bide our time.
Out of my way!
Unexpected outcome. I'm wounded.
This hurts so much. Your luck's run out.
Interesting. Ah, a test of my abilities.
Okay. Neutral good.
A trivial task.
Next. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that's going to be it. Complete. And let's go.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Where are they? This is taking forever! They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming!
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
There's a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Why not just recognize this Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
You're helping us found a barony? What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
Okay. Well, this question... Well, we'll just go for it. What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Restov. Restov is one of the two largest cities in the fertile region of Rostland and southern Brevoy. Lord Mayor Josef Selemius leads the city, which is a trade and cultural center that borders the river kingdoms, the Shrike River and the Stolen Lands. As the birthplace of the Aldori dueling style, the city boasts several Aldori and Taldan dueling schools, which has led to the city being a favored place for young nobles to practice dueling championships. Most prominent among them is the Aldori Academy, widely regarded as the region's finest war college.
Words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
Okay. It's clear, stay.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go and return in triumph.
In triumph!
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Mara, pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
What about that barbarian? She looks pretty heroic. I think her name's Amiri.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. You can tell she could tear a bear's head off with her bare hands, but she kind of scares me just a little. But, I mean, her sword's twice as big as I am. She could cut me down without even noticing. Just think on it a bit, all right? I'm sure you'll agree. All right, I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Okay. Okie dokie. Leave the hall. Yeah, we're going to do that. One thing. Nah, we're good. We're good. Okay. We have our cantrips here. Our spell-like ability and our level 1 spells. We're gonna rearrange this a little bit. Movement. Yes. So. Okay. Adventurer, just simple bandits. We'll deal with them in no time. Tartuccio. Tomorrow our glorious journey begins. Are you ready? I hope so. I don't need layabouts on my team. Miri. Finally, the idle talk's over. Can't wait to set out. Ventura. It may be a bit difficult, but at least it won't be boring. Get some rest before the road. You have a difficult journey before you. I'll double the guard for the night, just as a precaution. What game is Jamandi playing? I'm not used to feeling like a pawn. Our own barony. Now that's a prize worth fighting for. This expedition is surely doomed. Just simple bandits? Yeah, alright. Yep, okay. They just say all the same. Okay. Yep. Casey? Northern architecture is beautiful but very heavy. In my native land of Kadira, palaces are furnished quite differently. Okay. Venture forth. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Wait. I hope this is better sound. Combat. General combat happens in real time, but you can pause the game at any time to assess the situation, give orders to your companions. Pause or unpause the game, press click on your opponent. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, this is turn-based combat. With the portrait you're using, making a Sylvan Sorcerer was a missed opportunity. A Sylvan Sorcerer? I'm not that familiar with Pathfinder, so I don't really know what that is. But she's a sorcerer, yes. At least that. Dice rolls. Most of the game mechanics based on the Pathfinder role-playing game system and use dice rolls to determine the results of actions. The most common die has 20 sides and is used for both checks and attacks. And Drunken Cat Dragon, hello there, by the way. Initiative. When a battle starts, each combatant makes an initiative check. The higher their initiative, the earlier the character can act. Initiative scores can be viewed in the combat log. Combat is divided into rounds, with each round lasting 6 seconds. Yeah, attack rolls, damage, armor class. An attack is a character's attempt to strike an opponent. The result of an attack roll depends on many factors: wielded weapons, the combatant's abilities, etc. An attack succeeds if the result of an attack roll equals or exceeds the target's armor class. We can read that first. Armor class. The higher a character's armor class, the more difficult it is to successfully attack them. It combines many factors such as equipment, stats, dexterity bonus, passive abilities, etc. They have a pet companion. Ah, I see. Ah, okay. Yeah, I missed out on the pet. Okay. Damage. The amount of damage dealt in the case of a successful attack depends on the weapon stats and other factors, such as buff spells. Attack roll results and damage numbers can be found in the combat log. Okay. And this is the turn-based mode. In turn-based combat, characters act in turns. The order of turns is determined by the initiative check and depends on the character's corresponding ability score. A character can take some actions during the turn, and then the turn of the next character in the initiative queue starts. Initiative queue. The order of turns is based on the initiative check at the beginning of the combat. The higher the initiative of a character, the lower they are displayed in queue on the screen and the earlier they act. You can delay your character's turn until a more convenient moment. To do this, select the character whose turn you want to delay in the queue. Such actions in the initiative queue are irreversible, and the new initiative score is saved for the character until the end of the combat. However, you can still delay the character's turn again. And this is about the different actions. So during the turn, a character can take a single standard action, a single move action, a single swift action, and an unlimited number of free actions. Oh, unlimited! All these actions together take 6 seconds of the real time. Most often a move action is used for movement or drinking a potion, a standard action for attacks, spellcasting or additional movement, and a swift action for activating special class abilities. Other combinations are also possible. There are also so-called full round actions, which consume both your standard and move actions. By default, the system chooses an optimum combination of action types to perform your command. You can change this combination using right-click. Surprise round. If you initiate combat with an opponent who is unaware of your presence, your party gets an advantage of a surprise round. During this round, your characters can take a limited number of actions, while the opponent cannot act. Okay. Move action. As a move action, a character can move to distance allowed by their speed or drink a potion. Move action can also be used to change the character's active weapon set. During a surprise round, your characters cannot perform a move action. A standard action. The standard action is used for most combat activities, such as attacks, activation of magical items, or spellcasting. You can also spend a standard action as a move action. Full round action. This is a long action which consumes both a standard and a move action of a character in this round. They still can take swift and free actions. It can be used to move a double distance. It can also be used to make a so-called full attack. The character can make more than one attack per round. Taking a full round action allows them to make all of the attacks. Some character abilities, for example charge and spells such as summon monster, also consume a full round action. 5-foot step. A character can move 5 feet without triggering the enemy's attacks of opportunity. A character cannot both take a 5 feet step and make a regular movement in the same round. Hold left shift to use 5 feet step instead of standard move action. Left shift. Okay. Free and swift actions. These actions are used to activate character special abilities such as Smite Evil, Judgment, a touch attack after casting a spell, and many others. You can hold control to ignore enemies and other objects under the cursor to precisely select a perfect position to move a character.